Hello, everybody. RMJ Movie Reviews back again today. Today this is gonna be something a little bit different. This is gonna be more of a discussion. I'm not gonna review a movie. I'm gonna talk about pursuing your passions and your dreams in life. And this is just gonna be kind of a general kind of discussion. And I'll just kind of throw it out there. We leave it out there, and you guys can send me back. Please, if you can, please send me back your opinions about what I'm gonna say. But as you know, I have this channel and I do movie reviews and all this kind of thing. But I've always loved films ever since I was like a little kid. Ever since I was like 5 and 6 years old, and I started making home movies. I still remember my grandfather had an old. This wasn't even a VHS camera. This was I can't remember what it was called, but it had the Radio Shack logo on it. If that's any indication of how old this camera is, a video camera from like the 1980s. It had a really small tape. We still have that camera. But I never forget. I started making home movies when I was 13 years old, and it was actually the day before Die Hard with a Vengeance came out. So this is like the mid 90s. But I remember they premiered Die Hard 2. I think it was on the Fox cable. I think it was on Fox that night. It was Fox or Channel 8 if I remember right. Or it might have been 19 or 8 because they changed it here in Cleveland around that time. Fox and Channel 8 merged. But it was the night they showed Die Hard 2, and it was the day before the theatrical release of Die Hard with a Vengeance. And I made a home movie called The Expert, which I stole that title from a Jeff Speakman movie that had come on HBO. I think like that same year. It was like on Thursday Night Action. They used to come on HBO in the 90s. Fairly cheeseball Jeff Speakman movie. I actually like it for what it is, but I've always wanted to do that. Flash forward, I graduated high school. I went to Cuyahoga Community College here in Cleveland. Kind of rustled around a little bit because the community colleges, at least at that time, which was it was the new millennium. It was 2000. They didn't offer like digital media and video editing in community colleges at that time. So I kind of shuffled around, took acting classes. They didn't even offer screenwriting or anything. So I kind of did psychology as my major. And then I transferred to a four-year university, Wright State, a couple years later after I graduated community college, and majored in film. Little did I know at that time is that you really... honestly, because I want to get into the movie business, you really honestly, at least this is my opinion now at 33 versus going into a 4-year when I was 22, I think 10 years ago. But you probably really shouldn't major in film because 4-year universities really kind of more have film like theme. And you kind of take a lot of film appreciation, which those classes are cool, but you do a lot of film theory and this, and that. And we study Alfred Hitchcock, and any one of us who's taken a film appreciation class, remember, you watch Citizen Kane about 2,700 times, and it's really more of that. And then towards the end, you kind of you do film stuff, but, as you know, even at that time when I was in college, it was transitioning into a digital world. So, probably now I realize in retrospect, I probably should have majored in, I probably should have did a communications degree for my undergrad, and probably did like, a communications degree with radio and television production. It's probably what I should have did. Because kind of doing the research now, I see how it involves a lot of, pre-production, production, post-production, editing, screenwriting, all that kind of thing, which at that time, when I was at Wright State, they didn't offer that in that film degree. It wasn't communications, it was a film degree, So kind of ever since Wright State, I've gone back to the regular world of work, and I work for a hospital now, and now I'm kind of stuck in the rut of, you hear a lot of people. And like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, there's always naysayers, and the naysayers kind of always say, go out and get a job, a job, So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is a job, and I've worked in healthcare for a little while, and I do very good in healthcare, and I have a lot of relatives who've worked in healthcare. I can't really say that. Well, I can't say it's not my passion to pursue healthcare. I think I'm good at it because I'm an empathetic person and I'm understanding, and I know how to kind of work in tense situations and not lose my cool. So I'm good at it that way. But I think my passion has always been film. I mean, I'm almost obsessive about it. I mean, people. I still have VHS tapes of movies that I taped from way back in probably the late '80s, like '89. 88. I still have all these videotapes from way back then that I've never gotten rid of. I have a dual VHS player and a DVD player. My friends keep saying get rid of all these tapes. Like my one best friend looks at my movies and he goes, "Man, you still got that movie on tape? You had that on tape when we were 10 years old." And I'm just so obsessive about it. But I'm kind of stuck in the rut of, do I pursue the passion of something that's in my core, that's actually what I am as a person, or do I go and get a job? That's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. I watch a lot of motivational videos. I've seen a lot of stuff with Stallone talk, Schwarzenegger talk. There's something on here I subscribe to called TV Legends, where it's talk to actors and screenwriters and producers, Patty Duke, Keenan Ivory Wayans. I think what's her name from Friends was on there. Lisa Kudrow. The guy from MASH was on there. I can't remember his name, but he was the guy with the dark hair and the big nose who kind of used to dress like a girl from here to there on that show. He did interviews, and they all talk about how you pursue your passion. But then, like, I listen to Adam Green's podcast, who independent filmmaker who did the Hatchet 1 and 2 movies. I hear him kind of say, he kind of says never give up and pursue your passion. But then there's times where he'll say, if you see it's not happening, then, you have to do something different. So I think, honestly, that's just what I'm struggling with right now. I'm here at this point where it's this road, it's passion, and it's job. Now, I can tell you, job makes me totally miserable. Passion is what drives me. Like because I've always write movie scripts and stuff. When I'm writing movie scripts, I get excited, I get pumped, I feel great. You know what I mean? But it's like when I'm at work on day to day, yeah, it's cool because I get to meet people from all walks of life, and there's a lot of intense, strange situations that I see on a day to day basis. But I just feel like I'm going through the motions. I just don't feel happy doing that. So I don't know. And of course, sometimes, people who are well above my age say that, filmmaking, you'll probably just be a bartender or not working and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if anybody who subscribed to my channel or anybody who comes across my video, let's have a discussion about, do you pursue the passion or do you do a job? If you fall down, how do you not give up? How do you recover? The whole, going the distance thing. So if you can, please write back on my message board and let's please have an honest, straightforward discussion about this. RMJ Movie Reviews. I'm going to be back with a movie review really, really soon. Thanks for listening.